I just want to thank all the fans on Facebook. We read your comments. I think it's parang different that people are watching it and then we're getting different responses.
Yeah. Ang mga comments would be is thank you so much dahil shoutout nga pala sa may nakita kong comments sa TikTok na parang nakalagay doon, whenever these three people speak, you see intelligence.
Wow. Intelligence. Spell intelligence.
Ay, chat ko na lang.
Siri, spell intelligence.
Joke lang.
Until now naman, hindi natin i-explain kung bakit nabobottom for yung content creator.
Yes.
Kung bakit siya na-send.
Shall we explain? And, I think if they allow themselves to hear it, you can get better or you can just, cry about it.
Yeah.
But I like the fact
Cry about it. Sa
Yeah.
lahat ng viewers natin, if you're not educated, I'm educating you right now.
sir.
Johnny Herrera is the curator of 7107. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Kendrick Lamar, name it.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Welcome back sa aming podcast na The Guest List. My
Welcome.
name is JV Advincula.
Ryan Tanyada.
John Herrera.
And this is The Guest List, guys. Episode ano na to? 7.
Dami na, bro.
Hindi ko na magbilang. Basta yun eh. Ano na lang. Diyos ko naman. Hindi na magbilang.
8 na to, 8 na to.
Eight
Back to
na.
back tayo.
Grabe. Siguro napakadami ng nanonood at nakikinig sa Spotify.
Dami. Mga 75% of views are coming from Spotify. Thank you to Ryan Tanyada.
Right. Grabe. Thank you sa mga nanonood ng The Guest List. At i-wrap up nga natin. Grabe, 8 episodes na. Ano ba mga napag-usapan natin ng mga nakaraan?
Nung the first
The
few
beginning.
episodes natin, the beginning recruitment and yung mga parang top 3 and yung mga most challenging content creators natin inside the house of Collab.
Yeah.
Yes. At may mga naging guest na rin tayo.
Yes, for the THOC movie, Netflix
Oo
movie.
nga. Grabe guys, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung episode na yun,
Yes.
I think that is episode 6.
Yes.
Episode 6, malalaman nyo
Direct.
kung meron tayong THOC movie.
Yes. Tsaka kung saan siya papalabas.
At kung
Diba?
saan siya papalabas.
Yes.
At yung most recent na episode natin na may guest din tayo.
Yes.
Sino nga bang guest natin doon, Ryan?
Icon House.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Exciting yun.
Usually sinasabi nila, competition daw natin ng Icon House tsaka ibang content
How
houses.
true,
Yes.
diba? Pero exciting, it was with Psych and Papa G.
Yes.
Diba? Nakakatawa rin yung episode na yun.
yes.
May mga spluk tayo doon, Ryan. No?
Di siya maganda doon. Si Psych, isa siya sa talagang pioneer. So, kumbaga alam niya everything that happened from start.
So guys, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung aming mga past episodes, mapapanood nyo yan sa aming Facebook na Fairfax Network Channel. Sa Facebook. Tapos noon, meron mga snippets sa Instagram, TikTok, and of course, ang audio version.
Yes.
Nasa Spotify.
And now Apple Music, guys. We
Yes.
gotta approve the Apple Music.
Apple Music.
Yes.
Apple Music sa US yan,
Yes.
Madami.
So people are listening on Apple Music, Spotify. I even have Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes.
Grabe, galing. Imagine that. Anyway, guys, maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta.
Yes.
So ngayon, ang topic natin sa ating episode today, episode 8.
8.
Episode 8 na. Grabe. Ang
Lucky 8.
lucky number 8. Di ba 7 yun? Or lucky 9?
Hindi. 8 Chinese.
Chinese. Tama.
It's infinity.
Infinity.
I
Infinity.
love you for infinity.
Wait, before we get into episode 8, I just want to thank all the fans who comment. Ang daming views on
Pero before
Facebook.
that, parang ang cute na itsura.
Oh, yan. Kasi
Rainbow.
may budget kami dito sa FNC para sa
Murakami,
the guest
man.
list.
Oo, may-
Murakami. Yeah, I just want to thank all the fans on Facebook. We read your comments. I think it's parang different that people are watching it and then we're getting different responses.
Yeah.
Kuya Ryan, what type of responses are you getting? Positive and bad sa mga podcast namin?
So far, bad, wala pa ako.
Wala bad.
I'm not sure. Pero yung,
Challenging meron.
Pero yung, pero yung sa positive, ang ganda nung mga nababasa ko na
Yes.
they're learning something from us. Kasi this is a podcast na hindi nila nakikita sa ibang podcast na you'll be motivated talaga.
Agree.
When it comes to your career or businessman, entrepreneurship, whatsoever. They're learning a lot from
Actually,
us. Sabi nila,
sa comment section, ang mga comments would be is thank you so much dahil shoutout nga pala sa may nakita kong comment sa TikTok na parang nakalagay doon, whenever these three people speak, you see intelligence.
Wow. Intelligence. Spell intelligence.
Ay, chat ko na lang.
Siri, spell intelligence.
Joke lang.
I saw that comment. Actually, I was touched. And I think the fans are watching whoever we talk about, the top 3 most challenging, their fandoms.
And even the content creators themselves,
For sure.
they're watching.
Wow.
Siguro, siyempre, kakastart pa lang ng ating podcast. Itong topics natin dito is mostly to tell everybody and to share everybody how is it like running a business and bakit tayo merong mga top 3, bakit tayo merong most problematic. Siyempre, lahat naman yan hindi naman personal na
For sure.
dahilan namin. And all of these came from because John, Ryan, myself, we make sure that everything that we do for the House of Collab and of course for this podcast is adding value. Diba?
Yes.
So, speaking of, fresh na fresh, galing lang tayo nga pala yesterday sa isang team building.
Yes, team building sa Los Baños. Ang daming talent dun.
Yes.
Guys, follow nyo na Rocks Retreat
Rocks Retreat.
sa Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
Napakaganda.
Ganda dun. Yeah.
Yes.
Napakaganda.
Ang ganda, the water, I felt
Yeah.
like parang so energized.
Ako,
Yes, hot spring. Hot
Oh, hot
spring.
spring. Parang init, pero
Oh.
I didn't get drunk.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Hindi daw.
Naniwala
Ako,
ka.
nagluto pa ako.
Nagluto pa. Tapos nasugatan siya.
Kasi low budget yung ano eh. Yung
Kasalanan ng kutsilyo, hindi mo kasalanan yun.
Victim mentality.
But seriously, it was a great experience yesterday. Nagkaroon ng team building ang Fairfax Media Inc. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, it's the mother and holdings company of Fairfax Entertainment Media Inc., the House of Collab, tsaka ang pag-uusapan at ang topic natin today
Ano nga ba?
is Fairfax Network Channel.
FNC.
Yes.
Ano ba ang FNC? Kasi guys, maraming tao bigla na lang, nagkaroon ng FNC after ng season 3.
Yes.
There was no formal na, guys, ganito ang FNC,
Yeah.
ano ba yan? Paano ba nagsimula to lahat? And bago mag-start tong podcast na to, nag-usap kami tatlo ni John tsaka ni Ryan para, paano nga ba? Diba? I guess, ngayon, let's just wing it kung anong pagkakaalam at plano natin. Of course, between me and John who planned it and then Ryan who was also a part of it. And as we go along.
Yes.
Diba? So,
I think
John,
all great ideas come from, again, a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of risk, and experimenting. So for me, the first recollection of the idea or concept of FNCA is you have Italy sessions in season 2.
Season 2.
Yes. I didn't live there. I heard these Italy sessions. Basta Monday when I get to Mancam, parang si JV, Jan, lock the door. What's my door? Ito nangyari. Ito ganun na yan. Spluk. I'm like, okay. Syempre, I don't know what's going on because it's different. Walang CCTV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero from what I've seen, may mga juicy moments when JV tells me, John, I'm having a session. Parang truth or dare sessions. And these sessions got very notorious kasi ang daming views. More views than House of Collab.
Actually, totoo yan. Bigyan ko lang na idea lahat, ano ba yung Italy sessions? It's parang nung pinag-usapan natin, kasama sila Syke tsaka si Papa G. Sa Icon, meron silang inuman sessions. We call it here Italy sessions. Bakit siya Italy? Kasi it's these sessions, hinihiwalay namin a certain number of content creators na nasa loob ng season. And then we bring them sa Italy. That's the place it's called. There's no CCTVs, there's no production team. It's a safe space para kasama a drinking session with managers, handlers, para malaman lang natin yung totoong nararamdaman ng
The pulse.
Yes.
Yung totoong pulse.
Kasi, di ba, Ray, sa loob, hindi naman pwedeng pag tinanong ka doon, sasabihin mo lahat. Kasi syempre marami kang kasama, di ba?
Yeah.
Ang hirap nung ganun. Pero when you bring them to that Italy sessions, parang safe space to. Sabi mo, sinong crush mo? Sino ang bad trip ka? Ganyan, di ba?
Parang bull session.
Parang, hindi na.
pero bro, sana hindi to mapanood ng mga content creator ng season 5 kasi alam na nila yung mga natin.
Baka walang session. Baka meron, baka wala.
Sana,
Diba?
we'll see.
Baka
But, again, going back, FNC, every Monday or every time I see Jan, sabi ko, Jan, or I also tell you, di ba? Minsan kasi sa
message mo,
sa
kinikismisan ako nito. Ito yung spluk. Si ano pala ganito.
kulong sila sa CR.
Mas look naman. Is that true?
Is that true? Kulong sila sa CR ng Italy.
So, I was like, totoo ba? Hindi nga. Oh, yes. Ha?
Ganun, that's
Ganun
why
yung mga reaction ko pag
Eh syempre, guys, you have to understand, hindi naman tayo nagiinuman lang for no reason at all. We do that is also just to break the ice.
Yeah.
Diba? Icebreaker lang yan. Na sama-sama tayo. Usually, the Italy sessions happens during the first month of the season. Parang
coaching din,
parang
diba?
coaching din siya. And at the end of the day, whatever happens in Italy sessions stays in Italy. At least para sa aming management.
Kaming tatlo nakaalam.
Pero
Hindi nakalabas.
kung may lumabas doon na galing sa kung sino man na nandun na content creator,
Sila na yun.
nasa sa inyo na
sa
yun,
nila
diba? So going back, I guess, sabi ko, Chan, parang kailangan natin ng something, di ba?
Something different.
Something different. Kasi nagulat, there was one specific Italy session na nag-live sila. Itong grupo ng content creators. Nag-live sila at naubos ang viewers ng 247.
Ooh.
Sino ba to? Si Angge Kuting.
Sila Kelly,
Kelly, yeah.
sila Jelly.
What happened? Itong masayawan pa tapos ang
May saya.
So, if those on Kumu Live.
It was on Kumu Live. And kasi syempre sa The House of Collab, we run a business there. We have deliverables, we have do's and don'ts. Pero if it's the personal life of a content creator, syempre hindi na natin kontrolado yun. We can give guidelines or whatsoever. I'm not saying there are bad things that happen. But what me, John, and Ryan are saying is the birth of Fairfax Network Channel came from these kinds of things. There was an Italy session with these content creators that eventually went viral. Diba?
Yeah.
So, ano nangyari? Anong naisip natin? Ba't ganun? Bakit ganun, John?
Kasi I think at that time, lalo na there's something happening in the house, no one's really explaining what's happening inside of the house.
Exactly.
Parang Steven Smith, Joe Rogan, and no one's interpolating, I guess, from different points of view. And I thought that was an interesting concept. And we're in that studio today, and we have many successful projects coming out of this venture.
Agree. And as John mentioned, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, para tong TMZ,
Yes.
para tong paparazzi, para tong sa mga, sa Pilipinas na lang, showbiz lingo, or kung ano man.
No.
Diba?
You forgot the strongest show na I remember something like that. No Holds Bar.
Ayan!
Parang narinig yung show na yun.
Ayan,
Very
that's
good. In connection to that topic, di ba? Kasi kami ni John, nung naisip namin ng part na yun, before pa
Season
the
2 pa to.
Season 2, back in Season 2. Chismis ang pinag-uusapan.
Yes.
Pero wala ring nag-breakdown ng mga nangyayari sa mansyon.
Yes.
Katulad ng ginawa ni Ryan Tanyada.
Until someone genius thought
Oh,
of what to do.
Cheers.
Who's the genius nga ba?
But seriously,
Ryan's a genius.
It was
he has the supply of a genius.
Yes, ang galing. Ang galing ni Ryan ng season 2, binuo niya yung No Holds Barred. Sorry, it was season 3.
Season 3.
Binuo ni Ryan yung No Holds Barred wherein on his own Kumu account or on his own live, pinapaakyat niya yung past season content creators at dinidiscuss kung bakit na bottom 4 si ganito, bakit siya masentop, ano ba yung mga reason, why did this person vote for this, and of course, galing sa mga, like for example, before in season 3, ang wala sa mansion is si Shaz,
Si Lynn.
si Lynn, si Louis J, di ba? Ang daming mga tao na, again, same with what happened. Nag-live doon sa Italy sessions and then nag-live si Ryan, ubos ang viewers ng 247.
Yes.
Ubos talaga. And bakit kaya? Ano kaya yung reason? What do you guys
For me, I think hearing someone else's opinion, raw versus scripted, hindi naman scripted to, is more interesting.
Yeah.
And there was more, I would say, genuine truth behind it.
Yeah.
Diba? You know, like, and people love real shit.
Sa akin naman, the way is it, kaya rin siya naging parang nag-boom siya is because of, syempre, gusto nga ng pag-usapan or panoorin ng mga tao yung relevant, di ba? Relevancy. And then at the same time, they wanna hear yung ano bang opinion ng mga past content creator sa content creator now.
Exactly.
Yung parang, syempre, pinagdaanan nila yun eh. Pinagdaanan nila tapos they can parang may yung opinion nila, it holds weight eh. Kasi lahat ng mga pinagdadaanan ng content creators now, let's say kunwari meron silang reklamo na ay ganito eh. So yung mga past content creator, pinagdaanan nila, no, yung mga reklamo na pinagdaanan din naman namin yan, pero nagawa pa rin namin trabaho namin na ganito, ganyan. So that's why nandito ka, that's why nasa bottom 4 ka, ito yung problema mo, ganito, nabe-breakdown ng maayos.
True.
Which is before kasi 'di ba? Until now naman hindi natin i-explain kung bakit nabobottom for yung content creator.
Yes.
Kung bakit siya na-send
Shall we
home.
explain?
Baka may mag-text sa'yo.
Basta every month, every Monday, we have meet at 8 a.m. Then we ask Blessa, ano na?
Yeah. Kaya yun, yung mga past content creators, kung sila mismo nakikita nila kung ano yung pagkukulang ng mga content creator na recent, kaya sila nasa bottom 4. Kaya ba't sila na sent home?
Yes. Actually, Fairfax Network Channel, it started the moment season 3 ended.
Yes.
During the exit, meron silang live show na pinapaliwanag or giving light to what this content creator as this content creator exits. Sinasabi nila parang, ito yung mga nagawa niya in this season. What are the accomplishments? Is there any chismis? Is there something to splook? Or, what not? So, Fairfax Network Channel, akala nung mga tao nung simula. Remember, pag sinabing FNC, ay, chismis, ay, mababash lang, ganyan. Actually, part of this podcast, pag-usapan na rin natin. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood, thank you so much. FNC kasi, the main purpose of that is partly all the chismis kasi yun ang hinahanap ng tao.
Yes.
Another thing is analysis. Blow by blow. Kaya meron tayong ESPN, kaya meron tayong pag-uusapan ng paano ba nanalo si ganito sa ganyan, even boxing, whatsoever. And then at the same time, Fairfax Network Channel is another platform wherein we can talk about all other things relevant. Like for example, kung kailan may air to siguro, there are topics about Adidas losing money during the
Kanye's
thing. The Selena Gomez versus Hailey Bieber.
Team Hailey, yes.
Diba?
Justin Bieber today and Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Courtney?
Yeah.
Justin and Courtney?
There's a story on TikTok. I don't know. Just like
they have a
someone
thing?
hooked up with one of the sisters hooked up with apparently I'm not saying this baka
one of Kardashian sisters hook up with
Bieber.
Wait, past tense, hook or hook?
ED.
Okay, so this is past.
I'm just finding it's like
Baka ngayon lang yan.
Before Hailey?
no during.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's big.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's on TikTok. It's blowing up now. So
Exactly.
parang let's also have like discussions like let's say
I mean, Kardashians are very close with Hailey.
just for example, let's just say maybe the Liza situation, Liza Soberano.
Exactly. Liza
we have
Soberano.
input there.
Ang dami nagsalita nun. Sila,
Yes.
Ogie
Ogie
Diaz.
The Itbulaga situation.
The Itbulaga situation.
Yeah, like I love to talk about that because it's relevant in our industry.
Yes. The fraternity,
yun.
the jeepney strike,
Yep.
FNC can talk about those things. Imagine mo, kung walang FNC, hindi mapag-uusapan yan sa THOC.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
why, alam mo yun, the purpose of FNC is just, we can guest anybody. We can talk about anybody. We can do podcasts. We can talk about food. We can do cooking show. We can do live selling.
Yeah.
So, sa lahat ng tao, even, I guess, mostly sa mga fans ng Cycle 1 and the Cycle 1 content creators, when they think about FNC, ay, ano yan, chismis yan. Ay, ano yan, badmouthan, parang ganun. But it's not that, di ba? We created this Fairfax Network channel just to give freedom on social media to talk about these kinds of things.
Other topics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And by the way, saan nga ba tayo mapapanood, guys? Insert na natin.
Ah,
dito.
yun.
You guys can see us in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram,
TikTok.
and of course Spotify
And Apple Music. Yes.
For sure. And again, opinions expressed by the guests and hosts are solely theirs and do not reflect the opinions and beliefs of the show, channel, or its affiliates. And by the way, shout out sa ating magandang couch setup today.
Oh wow, home sweet.
Home Suite, thank you so much sa lahat ng mga gustong makabili ng Home Suite.
Yes,
Maraming
and Murochami pillows.
yes. And of course, sa ating sponsors na si Top O,
Yes.
ating skincare sponsor, and at the same time, Undox, di ba? At syempre, share ko lang. Alam nyo ba sa ating team building, kung bakit
Hapon? Team building ba yan?
Team building.
Or Italy session.
Na team building. Kaya medyo marami tayong pang-inom dun. Tsaka may pang-lechon si John. Kasi nag-MW cash kami.
Thank you, MW Cash.
Naglaro kami ng Mines. Diba?
Mines.
Usong-uso yung Mines na yun. Naglaro kami, bet kami 5,000. Mga tatlong select lang. Cash, collect. Hanggang sa meron na kaming budget. Diba?
Budget for games.
For games. Ang dami nga pala games. But anyway, going back to Fairfax Network Channel. Ryan, alam mo, we had this conversation about No Holds Barred moving to Fairfax Network Channel. ang tawag sa show na to is After Dark.
Okay.
Diba?
What happens after dark?
What happens nga ba After Dark? And
Because
why?
there was a show Playboy used to do called After Dark.
What?
Playboy was
Playboy
known,
After
yeah,
Dark.
the magazine. So it was actually a show. Parang when you're younger, you watch it. Medyo parang parang Spice Channel.
Ano ba yan? Fashion TV ba?
What happened there dyan? Kasi ako, I don't have idea.
No, kasi
happened
wala akong
to Playboy
cable
ba?
dati. I just heard from my...
No, you brought it up, John. You brought it up. What's
Pero
Playboy?
After Dark, you can Google it. It's just basically more of a different conversation. Syempre,
Yes.
more relaxed, more open.
Parang I think After Dark is kung teacher silang pag-uusapan. After Dark is really the breakdown of what's happening inside the mansion.
Oh.
Diba? Kasi we're live like 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Pero syempre yung angle ng camera can only show one area and there's like 27 of
Yes.
you. Diba? May mga bagay na hindi nakikita doon at doon nilalabas sa After Dark. So, right, nung nilaunch yung After Dark sa season 4, ano bang naging reaction mo? Number one. The first question is, what's your reaction? Kasi yung ginagawa mo sa No Holds Barred is practically the After Dark format. And then at the same time, the follow-up question there is, anong naging reaction ng mga season 4 content creators?
Wala na masyado kasi we talk about it before pa mag-start yung season 4. So, alam ko na what's gonna happen. Pero yung mga season 4, nung nasa loob sila, to be honest, medyo gingy sila.
What's gingy?
Parang
Ginger?
ano sila, parang ganun na. Yung tipong even.
Ano ba yan? Ano ba sila? Offensive ba sila?
Medyo,
or reactive or
reactive.
aggressive? Ano ba?
defensive din. Defensive, yeah. Even to the point na usually kasi diba yung mga nasa After Dark, yung iba doon friends nila. Friends nila yung may isplok.
Was there a moment where you thought like, wow, this is getting too hot? Because I remember
Oh
this moment.
yes! Oh yes!
Parang it got personal na eh.
Oh yes! Oh yes! Yeah!
Parang may House of Collab tapos may even
FNC.
tension was going down.
Mainit-init yun.
That actually started yung mga maraming Cold War or even public wars na nangyari because
Silent
of it,
wars.
di ba? Nung time na yun, sa season 4, ang sinasabi ng mga content creators, ba't nyo pa kailangan ilabas yan? Ba't ganito ganyan? Ang tagal na yan, tapos na yan, ba't ganyan? Tapos gets ko yung point nila, which is gets ko rin naman yung point ng mga FNC After Dark. Eto lang naman laging sinasabi ng mga ng mga host. Lalong-lalo na si Kate, lagi na rin sinasabi ni Kate.
Kate Maykawa.
Kate Maykawa, shout out sa inyo dyan.
FNC.
Yan. Lagi sinasabi ni Kate, kung wala kayong maling ginawa, ba't ka matatakot?
Yes.
Exactly.
Simple lang naman yun. Ayaw mong ma-FNC, huwag kang gumawa ng mali.
And
Ganun lang naman kasimple. Diba?
And it's interesting because you mentioned they're friends.
Yes.
Diba?
Who's they?
The people, the host
okay.
here and the season 4.
Yes.
Would it be interesting? What if, diba? What if management ang nag-After Dark?
Yeah.
Do you think there will still be a Cold War? Do you think they'll react differently? What's tingin mo? Like, imagine mo, papagalitan ka ng kaibigan mo versus papagalitan ka ng, let's say, ng boss mo. Or sabihin na lang ng tatay mo. Diba?
Siguro it'll be more of a Cold War. Pero if gagawin natin yun, siguro with that, I cannot be part of it. Kung na maalala niyo yung No Holds Bar, diba, hindi ako nagbibigay ng opinion kasi kasama ko sila sa loob. It won't be good na they're hearing it from me while kasama ko sila. Siguro kung nasa lab, kagaya nung nagbibigay tayo ng top 3, okay na yon kasi tapos na eh. Wala
Exactly.
na sila eh. Pero while, during, and currently, andun ako, it won't be good for me. Siguro kayo. You guys can do that.
Well, actually, for us, naisip ko rin yun eh. Kasi during FNC, kasi yung office natin is in also the same studio where FNC is being filmed. So parang naisip ko lang, what if, alam mo yun, nagagalit, may defensive reactions. Tama naman eh, kung wala naman kayong ginawang issue or you did not do anything wrong, wala namang pag-uusapan.
Yeah.
Diba? And then the questions being brought there na parang, ba't kailangan pa ilabas yan? And Ryan always says this, guys, it's a reality show. We're not here, we're not recording to show you everybody's smiling, everybody's perfect, we're living a great life, everybody's rich, everybody is just the right person. It's not. The format of the House of Collab is a reality show. At kasama yan sa kontrata.
They know what they signed up for.
Oh, they know what they signed up for. Na everything you do while inside the property of the House of Collab, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Diba? So dapat
Legally, and we have the rights.
Yes, exactly. Our legal team is on point on these kinds of things. But with that being said, we're also an agency.
Yep.
We have to take care of our
Yeah.
talents. So, kung sa akala nyo, nalalaman nyo na lahat sa FNC, hindi naman lahat.
Yeah.
Siyempre, we also filter
Yeah.
some information there. Kasi, we're not in the business of
Destroying
bringing
careers.
down or destroying careers. We're in the business of
Yes.
making you guys
Building
millionaires.
Yeah.
Diba? And that already happened and is continuously happening.
Yeah.
And I think, guys, people come into the House of Collab to be successful,
Yeah.
to be famous, to be known. And just kind of like our last episode with Icon guys, if you don't have bashers, you're nobody. And they gotta be used to hearing feedback. If you're getting affected, wow,
Yeah.
you're not even famous yet. What more?
Actually, di ba, lagi nga sinasabi ng even artists, celebrities, locally and internationally, pag pinag-uusapan ka, you're relevant.
Yes.
You're important.
Yes.
Mas kabahan ka pag di ka pinag-uusapan.
Who?
Exactly.
Di ba?
Sino?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Sino daw yung nahuli sa CCTV? Sino daw? Sino yun? Hindi ko siya kilala.
Yeah, exactly.
Ayan.
Diba? Alam mo,
Prada, pakilagay dito.
alam nyo guys, I mean, for us,
Yeah.
running a business, and not just coming from us, coming na also from Icon House, content creators there, and also other people, celebrities, like what Ryan said. These bashers, they're there for you for a reason. I mean, you can't have a perfect slate na parang, I never had a basher in
Yeah.
my life. So, feeling ko itong FNC, specifically After Dark. Kasi FNC, again, I'm just reminding everybody, FNC is not just about chismis. FNC is about education, food, reality, whatever. But this specific part, kung saan nakilala ang FNC, ito yung pinag-uusapan natin, which is After Dark. Na lahat ng tao, 'di ba? Parang if you don't have a basher, then who are you?
True.
'Di ba? And feeling ko, kaya naging juicy to is because nagulat sila ng mga kapwa content creator nila. Kaya that's why I asked the question.
Frenemies.
Oh, that's why I asked the question. What if ako o si director or kung sinong manager ng FMI ang magsalita doon? Would it be different?
Yes.
'Di ba? Siguro yes, according to Ryan, there would be parang, ayoko na dito, ganyan. Or same goes sa mga, kung ano yung talaga nangyari. Content creators, parang, bad trip na ako sa'yo, ganyan. But at the end of the day, they're just doing their job. Akala nyo ba sa FNC, lahat scripted yun. Ito sabihin mo, ito sabihin mo. Hindi. Sila nga mismo nagsasabi na, ay, nakita mo, nag-post si ganyan, nag-comment ng gano'n, ganito, ganyan.
Tsaka, pwede ka na ba matindi yung mga host ng FNC next? Kasi pwede mo
Alam mo,
sabi.
sige, let's go deep down.
Deep.
Let's go deep with Fairfax Network Channel Season 1. We had a roster that we chose na feeling natin, and we believe, and most of them showed it, na when it comes to professionalism, if you're gonna be a journalist, a reporter, or a content creator, you're not afraid to tell the truth. Pag sinabi ko naman yung truth, di naman ibig sabihin na yun na kagad yung totoo. There are different sides of the story. But you entering that conversation, meaning may courage ka pag-usapan para malaman ano ba talaga yung totoong nangyari. 'Di ba? And sometimes when they give their own opinions, doon pa nagkakaroon ng clash. So parang in the world today, 'di ba? Bawal na lang ba magsalita ng opinion? Wala ba tayong freedom of speech?
No butt hurts.
Diba? Diba? Again, kung ayaw nyo pag-usapan, then don't do anything bad. Or don't do anything that's controversial. Pero,
Don't do anything in front of the 24/7.
yun, tago nyo na lang. Diba?
Although, pag tinago nila, may CCTV pa rin.
Exactly.
And screen record.
Just don't do anything. Yun na lang. Don't do
Which is-
anything wrong. Yeah.
Speaking of the hosts here at FNC, syempre, gusto ko rin pag-usapan natin itong mga to. For me, you may have different inputs, but I feel like there was one person that really became the face of FNC.
Yeah.
Diba? And that is sinetch itey,
Yeah.
Kate Maykawa.
I agree,
Yes.
Kate.
Diba? Kate, grabe. Before I say my thoughts,
Yeah.
kayo muna, why do you feel like, if you're agreeing with me,
Yeah.
do you,
Me first.
Go, Rai.
Ako, I remember this I always message you. Remember, I always message you pag nagkita kita, pinag-uusapan pa natin yung FNC. I always say na, James, I think we have a star in Kate for FNC. Kasi, lagi sinasabi parang, Kate is, fearless. She's perfect for this. She doesn't care about what everyone will say as long as I know I'm doing my job and kung ano yung sinasabi ko is totoo. I don't care about anyone else. I mean, yun naman talaga yung totoo. And gusto ko talaga si Kate kasi parang hindi siya masyadong, hindi siya nag-hold back. Napansin ko kasi ibang host before. Yes, they're doing their job, pero some of them are still playing it safe. Yeah. Let's be honest. I mean, as I can see it na nagpe-playing safe, yung iba nag-sugarcoat pa, but si Kate hindi ko naramdaman sa kanya yun. I'll say kung ano talaga yung nandito. So, for me talaga si Kate yung when it comes to yung
After dark.
pag-splook at
Yeah.
after dark.
Sinetch
Kasi
itey.
sa sinetch itey.
She
Kasi
coined
marami namang
that term.
Yeah, maraming segments.
Baka dyan, pagawa tayo cosine. Cosine, sinetch itey.
Sinetch itey.
Shout out, cosine.
Thank you.
Launching na to ng season 5.
Tsaka pag sinabi mong sinetch itey, it's already Kate. Parang hindi mo siya pwedeng Kate sinetch itey. Sinetch itey Kate. Parang yun na yun.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Diba? John, what about you?
No, I think I remember Shas being a host on FNC.
Shas was also
Okay.
host.
Pero
So,
for a very short period lang.
So I didn't see all of the hosts.
Yeah.
I would say again, Shas and Kate have the sharpest tongue.
Yeah.
And
we need that.
and
kailangan natin
and
dito. That's
it's just
what we
like it just lands different when it comes from their mouth.
Actually, totoo.
But it's just not a.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
May alam mo yung
Inikot
may sugat ka, tapos nilagyan mo ng asin,
Yes.
mga ganun.
But you need that. You need that.
And it doesn't end there.
Yeah.
After that,
Away pa.
may tweet pa. Hindi kayo, may violent reaction kayo dyan. Ito sa Twitter, isagot ko. Di ba?
Shout out, Kate Maykawa. Shas Hinanay, Teacher Shas.
Yeah. So I think FNC wasn't going to be sugarcoat, and it's like I don't want to talk about House of Collab all the time. So I think it was an avenue to talk about other stuff and give real feedback. And I think if they allow themselves to hear it, you can get better, or you can just cry about it.
Yeah.
But I like the fact
Cry about it.
that you can cry, like. But again, life is not fair, and
Yes.
it's our show in our network.
I agree with John. Lalo na to, yung sinabi na, kasi I said this in our previous podcast. Life is not fair.
Yeah.
If you feel like, ay, unfair kasi pinag-usapan ganyan. Guys, go out in the real world.
Yes.
We have so many young viewers. Don't feel entitled. Whatever feedback is given to you, learn from it. Diba? In the world today, lalo na when you guys have bosses, when you have jobs, diba? Pag sinabi sa yung hindi ganyan yung tamang paraan, iyak ka na lang, magalit ka na lang, tweet ka na lang, 'di ba? No, you have to do something different because the world is not fair. And ito yung teaching na ginagawa natin partly sa dami ng gusto nating ma-achieve sa After Dark and Fairfax Network channel. Going back to Kate. Kate was really the face of FNC. Sinetch itey, it's Kate Maykawa. And people loved her for that.
Yeah.
But there are also people that hated her for that. But ito lang masasabi ko. Sa mga tao na nag-hate sa kanya, I feel like it's just a certain niche of people.
Yes.
It's not even 10% of the entire population that's watching.
Fake hate.
It's fake hate. Because itong fake hate na to, they're just defending their idols. Diba? Which is normal. Diba? Kung idol mo si ganito, si Lebron, idol ko si Lebron, kung sino magsabi sa akin na ganito siya, whatever, ganyan, I would react also.
Yeah, me too.
Diba? Same.
But if nagpakita sa akin ng resibo, anong magagawa ko dyan? Ito totoo naman pala,
Exactly.
di ba?
Diba? Lalo na
ginawa
report
naman pala
cards.
ni Lebron yun. Pareho nating idol. Ginawa niya. Ano
Wala,
magagawa
ganun
natin?
talaga. Diba? And, siguro kung tatanungin mo ako ng FNC Season 1, ang Lebron ko doon talaga si Kate.
Yo, LeBron.
Diba?
That's deep.
Mamaya na tayo dumating.
Ay, wala.
Nagbibigay ng favorite niya mamaya.
Hindi kasi,
Edit na.
Hindi, okay naman talaga eh.
Oo nga po. Dumiretso na tayo dyan. Bigyan na natin yung ano bang pag-usapan natin dito?
Pag-usapan natin kung sino mga superstars ng FNC.
Okay.
Ano to, top 3 rin ba to? Kagaya ng Daws of Collab natin?
Ah,
pwede.
Let's
Pwede.
go.
Pwede.
JB has a cast.
So top 3 content creators ng FNC tsaka isang challenging or problematic?
Kung meron, let's see.
Sige.
Kung meron.
Isa-isayin mo muna, JB, yung roster ng
Nako, medyo
FNC 1.
FNC 1.
Pag yan may nakalimutan, hindi namin pag may nakalimutan
Ito
ka na
sabihin ko
naman
sa inyo,
dyan.
pag may nakalimutan kaming sabihin katulad ng mga nakaraang episodes.
Si Kate, Kate, banggit ka namin ngayon dito.
Sinabi namin yun, nagkamali lang yung production. Kinat nila.
Nakasisi pa tayo yung production.
Okay, so FNC, ito based on my na lang to kasi hindi ko pwede tignan yung group.
Top 3 is too bit too big.
Bakit? Ba't yung pwedeng tignan?
Kasi sa FNC, kapag pumasok or na-send home,
You stay here too. Default FNC.
Kasi di ba tayo tumitingin tayo sa GC
yes.
para malaman natin. Dito kasi, sa style sa FNC, kapag ka na-send home ka or pumasok ka sa THOC Season 4, you get removed from the group chat. Pero teka, meron yatang past participants eh. Ayun, merong past participants. People who left or, wala within 60 days lang. So, sige, ganito. Top of my head na lang. Guys, sorry kung may nakalimutan kami, pero the most significant people that I can recall. So, we started with Shas, RC, Levin, Turtle, which is Terry and Telly, Ranzel, Celine, Zaira,
Jethro,
Josh, Kyle,
Pau,
Pau,
Dorenx,
Morenx, yes.
even Rachel.
Si Rachel, di siya nakapag ano eh.
Hindi na siya. Hindi na
nakapag-episode.
pala yan. Hindi na natuloy.
Well, si Sweet, Cody,
Ranzel. Nadine
also.
Yeah.
Nadine. Race was also a part.
Grace,
Evan.
yeah.
Evan. Patrick guested. Voltaire
Romeo.
guested. Actually, alam nyo, marami.
Marami.
Marami talaga. Marami nag-FNC because hindi naman siya katulad ng The House of Collab season na, merong specific group.
Yeah.
So, maraming dumaan sa FNC. And I feel like once we start talking about it, maybe the criteria here is who really shined. Kasi, meron dito, katulad nga sinabi natin si Kate, there was a coined term na naging para sa kanya. Meron ding love team na nabuo. Meron din tayong mga hindi ganong kalakas while in the House of Collab, pero nung nag-FNC, nag-boom. Diba? So, with those people being said, sino kaya ang mga significant people na...
I can give one. Not
Top 3? Your top 3?
I don't think I have top 3 eh.
Medyo mahirap kasi. Medyo mahirap siya. Pero,
I just like, maybe
honorable
mention within the scope of, kasi we're not that long. We don't have a lot.
Mike Lee pa lang eh.
So FNC is like your postgraduate.
Sabi nila sa akin kanina, hindi, top 3 tayo.
Sige.
Tapos biglang, hindi, honorable mention.
Sige. Sige, okay. Pwede. Actually, ready ako sa top 3.
Ready ako sa top 3. Okay. For me, based on work performance, FNC is your working studio na it's here. And if you're here, it means like you're in the next level. So FNC is a podcast studio.
Yes.
It's also a music studio where we're creating music. It's also a food studio. We're doing content. It's also a live stream studio. So this is my criteria. I think for me, in terms of getting the concept right and running with it, the day I asked for proposals for podcast, I only approved one, which is the most complete and the most, I would say, the fastest growing is Morinx. Yeah.
Morinx.
Yeah. And
lalabas yung picture niya.
so she has already like 17 episodes or 16 episodes.
Dito lumalabas yun sa gitna.
Yeah. And she's the most consistent with driving that format. Kasi we didn't have podcasts in House of Collab. So this is something new. It's parang OJT to the real deal. So part of us as agency, we need to create content for them. And Morinx had a great pitch. She executed. The others are just chilling around.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you have it approved, that means like you don't use Google, you don't use ChatGPT. You really need, if you want to get funded for a show, a movie, a podcast, you need to have a great proposal. And Morinx did that. So shout out to Morinx for following my instructions.
Top 1.
Yes.
Top 2.
Okay, na top.
Or top 2.
Top 2 na, shit.
Napapashot si dyan, napainom mo.
Okay, the second. Okay.
Gusto nyo to, di ba? Top 3, di ba?
I can't think of anyone. Okay. Top 2.
Yeah, go.
Number 2 is also
Morinx again?
No. It's also who came up in season 4.
Who?
And 3 and 4.
So we have Kate, we have Shaz.
Meron siya.
I'm just saying he's not season 4, sorry, season 3.
Si
Levy.
Yeah.
Levy.
Why? Because he did other stuff. He did a podcast with Thorinx. He did a podcast with Cody and submitted with Kobe too. And he's doing food content.
Yes.
For me, even though you're just trying different things, he just took ownership because I'm going to do this.
And he's always...
And Kumu.
Top
Kumu.
1, top 2.
Yeah. So for me in FNC, he gets it. He's coachable. And it's kind of like your early days when you put together the dream team.
Yep.
They just show up.
Yeah.
You're not begging them anymore. Like, hey, you have to do this. So, props to Levin out there who doesn't need to be pushed.
Yeah.
Who knows what to do. He listens to everybody. And just the grind is there. And he's still learning. And I think top 2 is that if he does that, he'll be like a Ryan Tanyada. Like I think no, I think that everyone
No, kasi there's similarities.
like multi-format, like I want a talent who can sing, run a show.
Naman,
like do dancing content.
Dancing
content. No, but also like versatile. Like I don't want one trick pony. I want versatility. Like at the end of the day, the master, like you have to master a lot of skills. And Levins understands that the game.
Agree.
And he's a leader.
For sure.
For a leader, like people listen to him, and he has some type of alpha mindset. So Levin is my number 2, and I don't have any problems with him.
Baka magkaroon pa lang. Joke lang, Levin.
So number 3.
Problemado na siya sa akin.
Shaz, Kuting, Telly, Zaira, Celine, Evan, Race.
I think top 3.
Josh, Kyle.
It's gonna be the effort I see in this trio.
Yeah.
Is RC, Telly, and
That Tribon.
Tribon, because they did a lot of bonding here.
Yeah.
They worked on music together here.
Actually, even Terry is
Terry's part of
kasama nila nung nandito sila yung Tribon. Terry is with them.
Yeah, and I didn't even think of that Tribon. And they sat down with a session with Marcus. I give a top 3 to a special of 3 of them. You know, because they did the first podcast with Marcus Davis.
Marcus, yeah.
They locked in a studio session and they recorded a single.
Yeah.
I think RC and all of them, but I mostly RC because I noticed her singing more.
Yep.
And I go, Casey, I didn't know RC sang. Kasi she never sang. Tapos, then yung mga content niya got better and better.
Yeah.
And I think they have now a plan on what they want to do with their music career. So FNC kind of crafted that.
Yeah.
Parang, I'm sure they want solo careers, but I feel that they made a decision that maybe we'll try a trio.
Yeah.
And that's a discussion with Casey. But to maximize FNC with a leader like Shaz, and you know she's leading RC and Telly, I think there's more success for things to happen.
Yeah.
That's just for me in FNC.
Agree. Ang ganda na sinabi ni John kasi na-feel ko yung choices niya. Very business perspective.
Yep. Totoo.
It's all when you talk
nothing
about
personal.
Nothing personal. Totoo kasi when you talk about Morenx, everything that is asked to do same way done, 'di ba?
Done.
With Levin, everything trying out everything, just being there, done, 'di ba? And then the Tribon on music kasi they did a podcast. Everything is aligned to what John was expecting at the FNC. So, very interesting, ha?
I remember nung nandito pa yung Tribon, kantahan sessions talaga madalas. No?
Yes. Minsan talaga nakadepende yung yung format sa sa kung sino nandito.
Yeah.
'Di ba? How about you, Rai?
Top 3 ko muna will go to Doc Levin.
Doc.
Doc Levin kasi in Femi itself, yung overall, isa sa mga struggles natin is to look for a guy content creator who's strong.
Yeah.
So, lagi yan, di ba?
Strong like muscles or strong?
I mean, strong as content creator.
Yeah,
So far, we don't have that much. And kaya sobrang tuwan-tuwa ako na yung growth tsaka yung rise ni Levin here in FNC. And I think yung imprint nung kung sino siya, talagang na-establish niya dito. And gusto ko rin yung commitment ni Levin kasi I remember the House of Collab, ilang beses siyang na-sentom. Na-sentom siya once, lumaban siya ng wildcard, na-sentom ulit siya, pero andito pa rin siya, yung commitment pa rin niya nandito. Imagine, there are content creators, isang beses ka lang masentom, yung commitment nila parang wala na. Pero si Levin, 2 beses siya na-sentom, pero still here fighting, still committed with us. And with that, pinakita rin natin at binilig din natin yung commitment natin sa kanya.
Exactly.
Diba? So, for that,
Shout out, Doc.
I'll give my top 3 for Doc. And again, si Kumu Dias. Gano'ng kalakas si Levin.
Grabe.
Diba? So, yun. He's my top 3. Top 2 ko naman, si Kate. Again, kakasabi lang natin kanina. I think I said all the reasons na kung bakit top 2 natin si Kate. Kasi she's fearless. I think she's perfect for FNC. She doesn't care about the bashers or whatsoever. She's professional. And again, when you say sinetch itey, that's already Kate. So I think I don't have to explain it more. Yun. My top 2 is Kate. My top 1 is...
3, 2, 1 ka? 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay.
My top 1 is Morenx.
Yeah.
Morenx kasi... Morenx is a combination of... Aside sa malakas yung content niya, malakas din siya sa Kumu. And then at the same time, she's also good at hosting. Yung iba kasi magaling in only few aspects. But si Morenx, the way you say it, she's good at everything. And lagi natin pinag-uusapan, si Morenx, she's really perfect for FNC. Parang she's made for FNC. For me,
Yeah.
And yung rise niyang, hindi lang sa Kumudayas niya, even yung pag-downloads ng podcast,
Grabe.
right? Diba?
7,000?
7,000.
Yeah, even when we were talking about Marinx, parang we designed it around these personalities.
Yeah.
Parang,
So, alam mo, parang yung success ni Morenx here here in FNC, grabe. Morenk sa Spotify, napamonetize niya yung Spotify niya in what? Few days? 3 to 5 days?
Like less than 2 weeks.
While yung Spotify namin, napamonetize ko ng 1 day.
In fairness.
Yung pala yun.
I mean, Morenks, that's still good enough.
Kasi Ryan says, how long did it take Morenks to 1 week?
Kasi very,
he
very,
didn't promote.
si Ryan, very technical yung atake pala.
And he goes, bro, sira ba yung app?
So, but Morenks, despite that, you're still my number one. So, keep up the good work, Morenks.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. On to me, top 3. Siguro ako, syempre ako yung nandito on an everyday basis.
Yes.
I will start with top 3. And top 3 is, kung okay lang, sana.
1 hour to, guys.
Okay, here's
Guys, break muna ko.
Guys, here's the part 2 of our podcast.
Before we share to JV,
Part two.
follow us on social media accounts, Fairfax Network Channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, now on Spotify and Amazon, Apple Music.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yes.
here's the part 2 of our episode.
Yeah, part 2 of part 1 out of 5 of
Hindi,
episode
mabilis
8.
lang to. I will try my best.
Timer.
Okay.
So, yung top 3 ko sa Fairfax Network Channel, it's a group of people. Di naman sila certain, di naman talaga sila group. Sinabi ko lang group kasi marami akong top 3. Sa top 3 ko, the first person there in that third rank would be is Shaz, number 1 sa top 3. Why Shaz is, according to John, very rin magsalita si Shaz. Pag tinanong mo kung ano yung opinion mo at kung sino at kung bakit, sasabihin niya.
Although, I have a question na. Gano'ng katagal nagsisi siya? Kasi for me, parang talaga eh.
Parang mabilis lang.
O parang kaya hindi ko siya makonsider, even Celine and parang...
Shaz kaya siya matagal kasi Shaz and RC are the first 2 people that showed up
Yes.
sa FNC. So matagal talaga siya. October 15, 16, nandun na sila.
Kasi I was here, late ako dumating. Kaya akala ko.
So, matagal, good enough rin.
Yeah.
Yung time na yun. For that reason, she's part of the top 3 dahil isa siya sa mga unang nagtiwala sa FNC at in-embrace yung role.
Yeah.
Kasi nung time na yun, I know we're now in our season 2 of Fairfax Network Channel. Hindi naman tayo abot sa season 2 kung hindi dahil sa mga taong nagbuo nung season 1. I know we're doing a different format now. Before, it's just live streams. Now, there's podcast, there's food, there's music. Pero kaya siya nandun sa list ko is in the beginning na hindi pa ganun kapolido ang Fairfax Network Channel. Nandun na si Shaz. And she was able to be trustworthy at that time. Next ko dun sa group na yon is si Ranzel. Ranzel, back in season 3, sabi ko, this girl has a lot of game in her. She is very flexible. Napag-usapan na rin siya. I think in one of our top 3, nabanggit din natin si Ranzel. Ranzel, actually, hindi siya ganun ka masyado nag-shine sa season 3. Pero pagpalo ng FNC, as in, Ranzel had like a solid fandom. Her numbers went really up. Hinahanap siya sa comment section. Iba rin yung naging Ranzel pagpalo dito sa FNC. The third person that I will mention in the third place is bilis ko pumapacing na tayo.
Third place.
The third person in the third spot would be Levin. Why Levin is, you mentioned already. Ang kagandahan kay Levin is, trabaho lang.
Ay, wait, honorable mention itong mga to?
They are top 3. They are top 3. Hindi ko pa sinasabi yung top 2 tsaka top 1. So,
3.
Hindi.
Kaya pa na mabilis. Kaya pa na mabilis si top 9 na.
Top 9 pala lahat. The third person naman sa FNC, ginulo niya na yung Si Levin. Kasi si Levin, isa siya sa mga una talagang pumasok sa isip ko na for FNC. Why? Is because Levin is everything that you mentioned. And at the same time, si Levin yung tipo ng tao na, hindi ako magtatanong, sir. Basta pag sinabi mo, game.
Actually, gusto ko yun kay Levin.
Pag sinabi mo kay Levin, ganito gawin mo. Tapos Levin sinabi, nung unang 5 million ni Levin, sabi ko, Levin, sure ako makaka 10 million ka end of the month. True enough. 10 million diamonds.
Walang artist si Levin.
Yeah, and then, pinagawa ko siya ng food. Diba? Yeah. Parang, Levin, gusto ko magmura ka dito. Gusto ko mag-ukininam approve ka dito. Walang salita-salita. Pak, meron. Diba? And as John mentioned, and as you mentioned, Levin was doing all these things. Meron akong last person sa top 3 ko, yung third spot. Ito, short period of time lang.
Third or fourth?
Fourth person in the top 3. Sabi ko kasi group sila. The fourth person in the top 3, very special mention lang to. I wanna give a shout out to Ishi Kailin. Bakit? Ishi, wala naman siya sa plano talaga for FNC. Ishi had a problem, personal. She's going through some dark times and everyone goes through dark times. Ishi went here with a problem and I wasn't even really parang totally accepting na parang Ishi, bakit magagalit na naman sa akin si John? Bakit ako maraming content creator dito? Na ano bang magiging role na? Is she gonna do podcast? Is she gonna be hosting? Ganyan. But of course, being me, I gave a chance. And when I gave that chance, I gave certain guidelines. So one of the biggest guidelines that I gave is, Ishi, I'm gonna let you stay here. One of the conditions is you have to reach X number of diamonds for your first, second, and third month. So, okay naman siya. Tinanggap niya. Surprisingly, in less than 30 days, Ishi, from the activated all social media accounts, deactivated because she's going through some dark times, activated everything, in less than 30 days, boom, 6 million diamonds.
And she have a contract now.
And now, she has a Kumu contract. So, kaya siya parte doon, di ba? And why am I bringing this up? Later on, meron tayong sent home. Pag-usapan natin yung mga problematic or na sent home. Ito lang masasabi ko at mamaya dadagdagan ko to. Kung si Ishi, nagawa niya yun in 30 days, less than 30 days. Yung mga nandito na FNC hosts, na nandito from October, November, December, bakit hindi nyo kayang gawin yun? Diba?
It's a choice.
Diba?
It's a choice.
It took less than 30 days for an Ishi Kailin because I want to stay in FNC or I have no choice. I will do this, Sir JV. The other people na nandito from October, na alam naman nila na parte ang live streaming in their, what happened? What did you do in the last? Katulad ng sinabi ni John, pa-chill-chill lang, ganun. Oh, may podcast ako, may live show ako, pagkatapos wala na.
Yeah.
Diba? They didn't do the work.
Yeah.
So, that's my top 3.
Top 4 out of last.
Wala na, okay na. 4 lang sila doon. So, my top 3 is a group of people, Shaz, Ranzel, Levin, and Ishi. My top 2 naman is actually, in all fairness, Morenx is already groomed to do everything FNC. But Morenx is my top 2. And I'll explain that later. Lahat naman kasi tinop 1 nyo pareho si Morenx. Lahat naman kasi ng ginawa ni Morenx at what Morenx is continuously doing is really FNC material. And wala na akong, I will just co-sign whatever you guys said. I agree and even add on more to that. Magaling talaga si Morenx. So nung na-sent home siya, kauna-unahang na-sent home silang dalawa ni Neil. Morenx was really a perfect fit for FNC. During that time na hindi pa siya sure, pero we had a conversation with her and it blossomed to whoever gandang Morenx is right now. So Morenx is my top 2. Now, my top 1 is, sinabi ko na to kanina. My top 1 is Kate Maykawa. Siya talaga. In a business perspective, according to John, truly, hindi naman talaga for top 1 si Kate. Pero, in season 1 of the House of Collab, hindi rin naman natin alam kung sinong top 1 natin. Why? We're also just learning during that time. Fairfax Network Channel, season 1, hindi pa natin alam kung ano ba talaga yung direction. We think we know. We tried it out, but we had some speed bumps along the way. Diba? Si Kate kasi, hindi rin siya original na nirecruit for FNC. Ginest lang one time sa Italy pa. Ginest lang one time si Kate. And it was such a fun episode. Mark, do you remember that? Sobrang nakakatawa, di ba? Sobrang nakakatawa.
She's a good host.
Yeah, sobrang nakakatawa. Parang no holds barred siya. Tapos, nang prank pa. And then on, I told, what if we try Kate? Di ba? And of all the things that you said good about Kate, all of us, bakit siya yung top 1 ko? Is because nung time na wala pa masyadong gulo-gulo pa ang direksyon ng Fairfax Network Channel, si Kate ang nagtayo. So that's a top 1 trait for me na parang, we don't know, are we doing food? Are we doing chismis? Are we doing lifestyle? Are we doing live selling? Nung time na yon medyo hindi pa, John, di ba? We've had these back and forth conversations about FNC. The only shining armor that time was Kate. Na bread and butter natin ng After Dark that time. Ngayon kasi, baka bread and butter na yun, the guest list. Diba?
Wow! Thank you, Ryan.
But during that time, the bread and butter was After Dark and it was really Kate. And everybody on the comment section, hinahanap si Kate. Dahil the tip of the tongue, the braveness, the courage, and she embraced it. She gained new fans, but at the same time, lost a couple of people. But it is what it is. Diba? She's just doing her job and she's dedicated to do it. hindi man siya ganun kasing lakas in terms of earnings ng ibang mga kasama niya sa FNC. But Kate, itinayo niya yung time na hindi pa ganun kalakas ang FNC. So Kate's my top 1.
Yeah.
Yun. O, diba? Ang bilis, no? Inurasan ko, 5 minutes lang yun. Diba? 5 minutes lang yun.
Direct ilang minutes na yun.
Diba?
So, tapos na tayo sa top 3 natin.
So, ano to?
So, diretso tayo ng problematic, challenging.
Pwede.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Me first?
You go first.
Okay. Ito lang based on my observation. Again, si JV yung nagstay dito every day. So, I have a quite limited knowledge about
may
what's
disclaimer.
really so,
Can't touch this.
Ironically, my most challenging content creator for FNC, ironically, is also my top 1.
Wow.
Gandang
Morengs.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Siguro the more exposure, the more rin, 'di ba? Parang ganoon, no?
Challenging in how? Like House of Collab challenging? Or
Kasi nung paglabas ni Gandang Morengs, I remember this. Paglabas ni Gandang Morengs ng THOC, tapos I can't remember if birthday ko ba to eh. Nasa tayo sa the roof
TRD.
deck. The roof deck, TRD. And then she talked to me and then, Ray, pwede ba nakausapin, ganito ganyan. Tapos she opened up regarding yung bashers niya and gusto niya nang umuwi, she wants to quit. Uuwi na sila sa kanila. And then I kept telling her na, eto, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos parang siya, parang made up na yung decision niya. Na parang whatever good na nakukuha ko dito, I'm willing na give up everything dahil nasasaktan ako sa mga bashers ko. So, naging challenge siya sa akin kasi the way I see it at that time, kasi kakalabas nga lang niya ng House of Collab and we have a perfect plan for her na maging FNC. And the way I see it, that time Morengs will be like isa sa mga top or parang leaders natin sa FNC. I know that she's going to shine here. So na-challenge ako at that time na mawasisira lahat ng plans and everything kung uuwi siya. Diba? And challenging siya kasi ang tagal talaga natin siya kinausap, tagal natin siya minotivate.
Actually, si Morengs noong time na yun, the specific time that Ryan is talking about right now.
I think that was a party, right?
Yeah, it was a party.
Si Morengs kasi tinanong niya lahat ng tao.
She wants everyone's approval.
Yes.
She wanted everyone's approval. Do I stay? Do I not? Anong gagawin ko?
So whatever you want, boo.
So, ayun, I find that challenging.
Bye.
Yun nga.
Because
Are we on the same
no, I just want to make sure, like, why is it challenge? How did it hurt? Why was there?
That challenging siya sa akin kasi nga parang masisira lahat ng
Low
plans
vibes.
natin.
Okay.
And ang tagal namin siyang kinausap na on bakit
I think she asked,
why do you have to
asked
stay?
for a 1 week break. No?
Yes.
Parang
Yan. Yes. Yun, actually buti na lang nag-come up tayo with a better na parang magbakasyon na lang siya pero babalik ka. Diba? So, naging maganda naman yung resolution and look at her now.
Yes.
She listened to us and look at where Gandang Morengs is now.
Yes.
Diba? Kaya kayo guys, makinig
Enjoy
lang
your
kayo
vacation.
sa amin palagi at makakamit nyo lahat ng pangarap nyo siya.
Yeah.
But
So is it
what I'm saying is true.
the guest list in Gandang Morengs podcast, are we competing now?
I think we are.
Yes.
Kasi knowing the three of us, we're
We're not gonna lose.
not gonna lose.
Ryan, I know. Game?
Is that a competition?
Yeah. No, I believe
Wala
life is
no
a competition. I mean,
We don't have any competition.
Joke lang. Just go do your thing. Kami, we're just having fun.
we want to keep everyone on their toes na lang.
Morengs, magigas ako sa'yo.
Yeah.
Para highest views. Joke! Kidding. Go.
For me,
Kilala ko na to. 2 letters lang to.
2
letters
for me,
na to.
okay. I've always believed the future of FNC or whatever FEMI, we should have a strong music program.
Yeah.
Okay. For me,
Sabi-
I have no problem in curating talent and seeing if they're good.
Yes.
Talent, like if you can sing, if you can wreck a beat or you can master, because my network is so rich in the music business, not just here in locally but internationally.
Agree. John Herrera, the first person who brought in international DJs here. And, of course, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Grabe, Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
It was John Herrera, guys. Sa
Yeah.
lahat ng viewers natin, if you're not educated, I'm educating you right now.
sir.
John Herrera is the curator of 7107. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Kendrick Lamar, name it.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. So my vision, especially early before when JB and I would talk, is like we want to be as big as YG Music, and YG Music is similar to House of Collab, developing creators,
There's BTS,
actors.
BTS.
BTS. There's also SM Entertainment, which is, there's 3 K-pop big labels, but in essence, it's like House of Collab. And I think I've only seen people go crazy for musicians, TikTokers, but musicians, BTS, huge. And my vision is still there. I said I want to find the next person who can sing, write, and produce or work with. And that person I found online due to a viral video and co-sign talent. It's just that when we recruited him, we signed him on board. I don't know. Part of artist development is how they can handle their environment. Handling their environment, meaning your environment you're not used to, because coming from a different place, let's say just the province, it's different, and you get overwhelmed. That's the word, overwhelmed. You're in a house. You're a house full of content creators, and your house maybe caught up with other shit, whatever. And if I were to ask myself, what would I do in that situation? Maybe I'll ask you the same question. If I said you were a producer, writer, and I said, hey, Ryan, I want you to fly to Manila. I have maybe the best talent on TikTokers who can sing. I want you to produce and write for them. How would you treat that when you come to the house?
It's a gift.
I would take advantage.
No, what would be your game plan na lang? What would your game plan na lang? Para it's not biased na lang. And I can release music for you anytime.
Yeah, I'll probably write songs every day.
Write songs every day, huh? Write songs. Okay.
And produce.
Yes. And work with Collab.
Yeah, Collab, yeah.
Okay. JV, what would you do if I say, hey, JV, I saw your TikTok. I know you have maybe less than 10,000 fans, but I believe in you. I'll fly you in, take you in. And all I need you to do is this. Black and white. Claro. What would your strategy to be in the house?
I would do everything on point, whatever is agreed on.
Whatever is agreed on.
Whatever is agreed on and more.
Yes,
Kasi,
and more.
And more. Kasi if I was given this opportunity, like what we do, we give opportunities to people, not just to the person that you're talking about. I would excel on all factors. Kasi if I know this correctly, if I know who the person you're talking about is, if I were him, knowing where he came from, this is my only shot.
Yes.
And I would never ever do anything to waste that shot.
Yes.
So that's my answer.
Yes. So thank you, JB, for the answer. And the reason why I'm asking you is I've been in his situation. To be an artist or creator or make money as an artist is very hard.
Yeah.
Not just a TikToker, just like a musician.
Yeah.
Ask RC, ask Telly.
Yeah.
And for people to pay you is much harder. It's cool to play your Spotify, 30,000 views, but to pay you for talent. And the person I chose is SJ because I co-signed him heavily on the talent side. When I brought him in here, and I'll just for context, I started DJing. Maybe I DJed for 1 year straight before I actually took a gig. I used to DJ for Long Island Iced Teas. Back then, there was a club called Mars.
Long Island Iced Tea, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, it's a drink.
It's a drink that will get you so drunk. In 3 drinks, you'll spend less than 500 pesos at the time.
Yeah. Si John Herrera, nagtatrabaho para sa drink.
Yes.
Tandaan yan.
Yeah,
so look at where he is now.
But just for the experience. And I got the network. I knew every DJ. I knew every artist. I knew every celebrity. But I won at the end of the day. I built a great network. When he came in, it felt like he forgot about our arrangement. And, we looked
Nag-enjoy ba siya masyado?
I don't know. I'm sure he enjoyed. But the thing is, we sat down the first week. Oh, SJ, how many songs can you write in a day? How many songs can you write in a week? Okay. Every month, I will check. Every week, every month, there's always something different. He can't do this. He's not there. So, this is for future people. If you want to be in the music business, the opportunities aren't there, as much because you got to take it seriously. And the reason why I felt SJ was a challenge because we talked so many times, GCs, management, FEMI, and he was the most viral video on the music side. He had a song called a BMW remix. SJ.
Yes.
So, just this is also for SJ, for people in the music who want to approach us. Our work ethic is by far highest, maybe too high that it can hurt, but we win. But for me to train him, he came from Davao, and I understand something different. He's never been to Manila. He's never been to Metro Manila. He's never been around this type of environment. I would have thought that he would have came in and just locked him in the room and record every day and come out with 50 songs and say, look, this is my homework. But it didn't turn out like that. And maybe, and I wasn't here, JV can step in. I don't see him, and maybe people behave differently when I'm not watching them. And I think that's the truth. People act differently when you're not watching them. But when I'm around them, they're acting so differently. Yeah. You know, so, you know, maybe there are girls here, maybe, but I ask every week, what music is here? Ay, serato. Ay, ganito. Ay, ganito. Hindi pa. Ay, it's just like, fuck. You know, like, and for me, it's like, music isn't that hard. Just follow the fucking answer. Like, do the business. Just do it. You write, you sing, and all of a sudden you can't write and sing. But in Davao, you're writing and singing every day. Let's say you're alone by yourself. But here, busy, distractions. So people who also are in the music business, this will also be your test. Not just because if you can sing or write a beat or upload music, anyone can do that. But to maintain focus on your career and sing a song and break it to another level, he didn't step it up. And that was a disappointing for us because he's such a talented singer, writer, and he can collab very fast. Work ethic, I think you need to more life lessons, maybe 20s, 30s, maybe. But I was hopefully I'd find my Bieber. Yeah. But he sings as good. But I think now we know what we're looking for, not just talent. We want someone to be an aligned partner, kind of like Ryan. I want a Ryan version of music.
That's gonna be so fucking
Ryan, are you gonna
hard.
sing for me?
That's gonna be so fucking hard. Look for
you know what?
Ryan Tanyada, bro.
Okay, wag na lang. No, I mean work ethic. I mean, you know, as much as saying we're a content house here, we hold some type of work ethic standard naman.
Yes.
I was saying at our Los Baños outing, 60 plus 4 staff.
Yeah, true.
How did we start season 1 na 4 lang kami sa kwarto? Tapos, you guys still can't do shit?
Agree.
So don't tell me it can't be done. Just like the same shit. Like, we can do the podcast. When? Now. Let's do it. We push, we showed it. So that should be the mentality just for life itself. Just trying to mentality. Win. Yeah. So for me, no drama. I know SJ, I think there's so much potential in developing. And still is. No, I'm not saying there's no end of the road. Yeah. But you know, if you're gonna come back here, you have to come back and murder it. Yeah. Or you come back with 100 songs. Murder! Yeah.
So and may mga ganun tayo, may mga content creator tayo na nung bumalik sila, they really prove.
Yeah. So and I'm hoping for a comeback of LeBron. I mean, SJ. Ja Morant na lang.
SJ, si John talaga, kailangan mong mag-prove.
I don't think SJ knows who I am.
What do you mean?
Like, he doesn't know my background, so he doesn't understand like my producer side, my music relationships, my DJ relationship. So he didn't maybe understand where I was coming from. And he's from I took him out from the province to here. Yeah. It is a little bit overwhelming, you know, coming to a house and jumping in. But I think now he has learned something. He can take it back and maybe, you know, just work on his craft. Yeah. And I still open to do music collabs with SJ because I think his music works in the Philippines. Yeah. If BMW, mga Nick Makino, yung mga Skustakli, I said,
just hush everything.
Dude, SJ is the next dude. If he does everything the way.
SJ, ito naman sabi ko, kaya ganito si John ngayon kasi he really believes in you. Kaya yung disappointment niya, ganyan kasi yung expectation niya sa'yo talagang mataas talaga.
So, thank you for sharing that, John. Actually, kung ako, tatanungin mo ako,
tatanungin ka na talaga na.
Sa totoo lang, si SJ talaga.
Siya rin sa'yo.
And hindi ko kanina ko pa iniisip habang nagsasalita si John kung may masasabi pa ba ako. Kasi na-cover na talaga ni John.
Actually, 30 minutes
True. And bakit maraming nasabi si John is because SJ, ito na lang siguro. My most challenging and problematic person or content creator or artist sa FNC Season 1 is actually SJ. And the whole time John was speaking, wala na akong maidadagdag pa. Kasi na-capture niya. But siguro, ito na lang. Si John, nung na-mention ko, nag-usap tayo about recruitment nung Season 2. Kung paano hinipe ni John si Angge, ganun niya hinipe si SJ sa akin. And me and John, even though all the time we talk about business, may mga bagay pa rin na hindi kami nagkakasundo. Like yung music. Sabi ko, like John, we keep on doing music, pero daming gastos, daming ganyan. Kailan balik nito, ganito, ganyan. Alam na ni John kung paano niya ipapasok sa akin si SJ. So, alam na niya na meron akong ganong mga tanong na John, yan na naman tayo, ganon. Pero, hinipe up na naman niya sa akin si SJ. Sa todong hype up na parang, kahit ako, nasa playlist ko na rin yung mga kanta ni SJ dahil naniniwala ako na SJ will be a problem solver for FNC. And of course, Ray, usog ka konti dito para naman pagka zoom tayo konti, maganda-ganda yung ano natin, yung tight shot natin. But anyway, so sobrang hype ni John doon. I was sold. And I believe John, because John's a business partner and a long-time friend. He was even, until now, one of my idols in the industry. And I told this back in the first episode. So I believe him.
Yeah.
So ngayon, pagdating ni SJ, so I met him, hinahype up, pati ako, hinahype ko na rin yung FEMI, hinahype ko na yung FNC staff. Sabi ko, ito ang bubuhay ng FMI music.
Yeah.
But of course, after everything that John has said, maraming times na niyang gustong pa-win si SJ. And siguro, ako, being me, sabi ko, bigyan mo akong chance, John. Bigyan mo akong chance. And then, umabot siya as naging, binigyan ko siya ng racket sa THOC to become a music controller. Yeah. Na parang, sige John, kung hindi man si SJ nag-fulfill ng duties mo, if you think, kasi ganito na yung sinabi ni John, and SJ, I'm gonna tell you this live sa podcast na to. Sabi sa akin ni John, parang, let's send SJ home. He's not doing his thing. And pabigat lang siya dito sa FNC.
Guys, ganun talaga magsalita si John.
Sinabi niya
Just for you guys to understand, ganun talaga magsalita si John.
The real no holds barred.
The real no holds barred. Na parang sabi niya, Jave, bro, we're feeding an extra person here. Ganyan, sa Collab. Tapos magbabagsak kay Celine kasi crush niya si ganyan. Parang, like, I told John, sige John, antayin lang natin matapos. Let's give the kid another chance. Again, there's multiple chances for anybody who joins the House of Collab or Fairfax Network channel. So, binigyan ko siya ng stint na gano'n. Again, the same problem. Yeah. Nagre-reklamo sa akin na sila direct na parang, ano ba yan, sir? Lagi lang nanghahang yung laptop. Or pag nandito, nagkipagchikahan lang, hindi prepared with the songs and everything. So, ako na mismo nagkaroon ng first-hand experience ng na-experience ni John na parang, ang simple lang ng binigay ni John, mas simple yung binigay ko, nagkaroon ng problema, SJ. So, maybe that's why the two of us, SJ is the most problematic here for FNC. But, then again, it's not the end of the road. Like what John mentioned. Minsan kasi may mga tao na papasok sa FNC or papasok sa THOC.
Different seasons. Different
seasons na they thought ito yung magandang game plan, but their second chance dun pa nag-boom. Like for example, Levin. Like for example, Morenx. For example, Ranzel.
Marami, bro.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Fairfax Network Channel, yung mga yan, sila ang mga superstars dito na nanggaling na sa ibang season na siguro dahil may kalaban silang, di man kalaban, but may kasabayan silang meron ng millions of ganito na kinikita, ganito na kalaki yung fandom. So maybe, it's just timing.
Yeah. Or hindi, minsan kasi, you're not fit into this, but you're fit in this.
Exactly.
Alam mo yun?
I saw a quote on Instagram. Lamborghinis. Lumang Lamborghinis. Lamborghini, Ferrari. Amag-amag na sira-sira na nakatambak. And then the quote says, it doesn't mean na it goes two ways. I can't remember the exact quote, but this is kind of like the gist. You could be the superstar or the best, but if you're not in the right place, you will not shine.
True.
Diba?
The environment too.
Or, on the other hand, diba? You can be the most what do you call this? You can be the most underrated or underappreciated, pero naisama ka lang siguro sa puro superstars. Kaya hindi ka makapag-shine on your own.
True.
So, I feel like SJ, you got a lot of things ahead of you, and that's not the end of the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yun, that's our most problematic, diba?
FNC. So what's gonna happen in season 2 of FNC? Can we do mga what's the spluk there?
Spluk? Ha? Spluk na ba natin?
Ako I heard yung sa After Dark natin. Kung merong mga mate Kate Maykawa na malakas mag-spluk ng season 1 ng FNC. This time!
Medyo solid to.
This time.
Ngayon ko lang na-realize.
Si Bebby.
Si Bebby.
Nako po. Nag-tweet tsaka nag-post si Bebby, sabi niya,
ready na daw siya.
Ready kayo, season 5. Kasi yari kayo sa akin.
Yan. Siyempre. Actually, John, to get you up to speed, Kay Agitano
yes, sir.
is entering FNC season 2.
Oh, okay.
So sa mga nakakakilala kay Kay Agitano, baka magulat kayo. Dahil si Kate kasi syempre manganganak na si Kate kay Toki. So we're giving Kate some space. So maybe kung sinetch itey ang coin term ni Kate, ano naman kaya kay Kay? Yung mga tipong we all know Ana parang ano, bobo ka ba? Pwede ba kitang batukan? Mga ganun, di ba?
Speaking of Ana, magkasama sila dito.
Ooh.
Sa FNC, di ba?
Meron?
Ayun, feeling ko kailangan
Kailan
din natin
first episode?
Feeling ko kailangan din natin lagyan ng 24/7.
Oo nga.
Nandito yung dalawa, baka anong gawin
Pero
ng
wag ka
dalawa
medyo,
dito?
alam mo, stricto dito.
Violation ticket.
Medyo stricto dito. So yes, true. To all our viewers, I think malalabas tong episode ng podcast na to by
Andito na
next.
siguro sila.
Nandito na sila nun. Kea Gitano, Ana Kuting just arrived today. And sino pa? Ano pang pwede natin isplok dyan?
Shaz, Celine.
Celine. I heard
Right?
Celine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Celine.
sinisecret nga daw ni Celine na babalik siya. So na-isplok na.
Di okay lang yun. Nandito na siguro Celine pag by the time na
Yes.
pinalabas to.
Yes. And then of course, notable people, basta yun na muna.
Yun naman.
Yun na muna. And then,
Part 1 out of 2.
ano bang bago? We're doing now live selling at FNC.
We're launching the merch lines.
Yes. Kung-
We're doing the merch for all the influencers
Yeah.
in season 5.
Yes. Actually, the new sponsor of the House of Collab and FNC is called Cosign.
Co-sign.
This new business is the merchandise officially of the House of Collab.
Yeah.
So yung mga FNC and of course THOC, lahat sila parang balita ko every week bibigyan ng ng like 3 to 5.
Wow.
Grabe. And there is gonna be like a new totally. Kung nung past seasons may mga taong nakachinelas, nakasando, nakaboxer shorts at
Sino
kung ano
yun?
man.
Sino yun?
Dito ngayong season na to, iba na. We're gonna be dressed up by Cosign.
Hindi na ba ako bibili ng
Yeezys and Cosign.
Are you sure? Hindi na ba ako bibili ng damit for season?
Yeah, no worries.
Yes. And of course, there's gonna be exciting new podcast shows. Not just After Dark. We have the Clutch Point. We have Melly. We have More with More Ranks. You have the guest list. Antayin nyo lang,
Yung
guys.
kay Angge, I think it's releasing soon.
Ooh, nasplok na! Nasplok na!
Ay, sorry,
Di ba?
France.
Sa lahat ng mga fans at lahat ng mga Angge stands, Angge will be launching her new podcast. Dito lang yan
Yes.
sa FNC.
Yes.
Diba? And ano pa ba mga splok?
Angge stands.
I think sa season 5, merong mga mentors.
Wow.
Diba? At yung mga,
Why a mentor? Why do you think they need mentors?
Kasi
is
the-
Ryan a mentor too?
Ryan is the man behind.
He's the mentor.
I can
Pero
be a mentor.
pero Ryan kasi Ryan can be a mentor but specifically
For everyone.
for during season
Yeah.
hindi siya pwede maging bias na this is kailangan ko kayong ituruan ng tricks
Yes.
and trade. Ryan is kind of like letting everybody know na let them learn by themselves.
Yes.
If they need guidance, Ryan is kind of like can give
Yeah.
a general guidance. But
Yes.
the mentors, sila ang hand to hand, hawak kamay. This is how you survive
Yes.
the House of Collab
Kasi-
season.
Kasi itong cycle 2, we need mentors. Kasi nung cycle 1, from season 1 going to season 2, we have leaders na naiiwan. Mga 5 to 7 content creators from the past season. And then go
Yes.
season 3, season 4. But this time, cycle 2, season 5, wala akong leaders. So, I won't have anyone to
Wala ba
guide.
talagang babalik kahit isa?
Baka isa siguro, pero baka as of now, that might be
Initials.
the maximum.
That might
Siguro.
be the maximum.
Ilan?
Isa lang.
Isa?
Isa lang.
So far?
Per week? Or per...
Oy, mga viewers. Alam naman namin na gusto nyo pagpahingahin yung mga
Yes.
idol nyo. So sige, okay lang, pahinga lang kayo.
Dito
No
muna
problem.
sila sa FNC muna sila.
Pwede naman sa FNC. Actually, the mentors, di naman sila magsistay sa FNC for like real stay in
Yes.
like a full season. But they're gonna be here most of the time kasi sila rin mismo ang magbibigay ng blow-by-blow analysis sa kanilang mga team or tribes as
Yeah.
we call them. And what other things ang dapat nating asahan sa Fairfax Network Channel? Fairfax Network Channel is accepting sponsors also like the House of
yan.
Collab. So
Yes.
email us at fairfaxnetworkchannel@gmail.com. Yan.
And we'll be doing new things in season 5. We'll be having the 24/7 on TikTok.
Ooh!
And Revelations on TikTok.
Ang Revelations
TikTok
at ang
24/7.
24/7
Yes, that's
nasa
Spluk.
TikTok.
Yes, look yan.
Spluk. Grabe.
we just had meeting with TikTok, no?
Oo. At ngayon, nilabas na ang episode. Ngayong araw na sinushoot tong podcast na to, nilabas na ang podcast about THOC movie. Magkakaroon ba talaga? Sino ba ang magsasabi sa atin
Yes.
at mag-assure na talagang magkakaroon ng movie sa lahat na nagtatanong? Kala nyo
Yes,
nakalimutan na namin to? Imposible. Dahil sa The House of Collab, walang imposible.
Do you think season 5 will have a chance in the movie?
I definitely think
Lead roles or support?
depende yan. Dahil marami tayong superstars ng Cycle 1 pero syempre
Yes.
ang The House of Collab ay para tayong nanganganak ng superstar.
Tsaka ito, kagaya ng usapan natin, etong movie na to, pwede magkaroon ng part 2,
Oh,
magkaroon ng
pwede.
part 3.
Or trilogy.
It can be a franchise.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's
and
see.
it can be a separate movie. Katulad nga ng sinabi natin, the life story of Ana Kuting.
Yes.
Dapat ginagawa ng movie ang mga ganyan.
True.
Kasi it's a real life. Here at THOC, we're just doing real life.
Oh, I didn't tell you what happened.
About?
So, this is a little spluka in the future for context. My friend, I don't know if JV met him, Jeff Dionis. Shout out Jeff. He sold the company. He used to work for Serato, the DJ company. He started a software company and he sold it to Pioneer. And basically, for the last 3 years, he's been just touring. He met someone on the team of Mark Burnett. Do you know who Mark Burnett is?
Yeah.
Mark Burnett. Mark Burnett he started The Apprentice,
Yes.
Survivor,
Yes.
other reality shows.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Survivor.
exciting!
So,
Di naman siguro September mangyayari.
So-
yan.
so yeah, he had a conversation. Goes, hey, I love this House of Collab.
Uh-huh.
He's calling me from New York. How would you be open to licensing this brand to the States?
Whoa!
So, like, what do you mean? How, like,
Alam mo guys, ngayon lang sinasabi sa akin to ni John. John, ilang araw tayo sunod-sunod magkasama, ngayon mo lang sinabi
Diyos
to.
ko, araw-araw tayo magkasama dito. Hindi mo napapanggit sa amin to.
you take all the airtime. 1 hour, no. And-
Pero
and-
exciting
yeah.
na.
No, then he goes, I want to write a treatment where it's not going to be House of Collab people in America. It will be House of Collab Philippines, but American viewers.
So, whoa!
So
Wow.
they said, we don't want Americans, we want
Wow.
Filipinos. And we
Filipinos.
want it to be as Too Hot to Handle, The Circle.
Grabe.
Pero,
I would love that.
Si
so he
Ryan,
goes, are you open to a licensing? Yeah,
si
well,
Ryan the Bachelor daw.
yeah, the bad.
Exciting.
So what does that mean for us? That means we've got caught in the attention of big studios.
Yes. Baka magulat kayo, season 5 international na. Baka lang. 'Di ba? Baka lang.
Or season.
Yeah.
So expect more coming from, House of Collab, the production.
Yes, agree.
We're
And
just not
Fairfax
doing one
Network
thing.
And of course, FNC. Guys, to all our viewers, maraming salamat kung umabot kayo sa punto ng video na to at napakaswerte nyo dahil naririnig nyo yung mga plano ng THOC.
Yeah.
Kung akala nyo tapos na, kung akala nyo because yung mga idols nyo is no longer here, it's already the end of THOC. You are wrong.
Yes.
You are wrong. Because the House of Collab started with a very, very big vision and lahat ng mga bagay, it takes time. And I think this is the time we reap everything na talaga.
And
So we have
lagi
2 batches, season 1,
Yeah.
and season 2 and season 2. Season 6.
Cycle 2.
Cycle
Cycle 2.
Actually, kagaya na natin pinag-usapan natin. Bago pa mag-start yung House of Collab season 1, alam na natin kung ano yung end goal natin.
Yeah.
So, sa mga viewers namin dyan, kung alam nyo, yung pinakita namin sa The House of Collab, that's just level 1.
That's just the tip of the
Level
iceberg,
1.
everybody.
May level 10 pa tayo, hindi pa tayo dumadaan sa level
Yes,
2, level
yes.
3, level 10, guys.
At sa lahat ng mga nagtitiwala sa amin katulad ng Home Suite, Andok, Stop O, MW Cash, maraming salamat. Dahil sa inyo natutupad ang mga pangarap not only of our content creators but at the same time, nagpo-provide kami ng livelihood sa ating mga employees. We have our production staff, we have our back staff, FEMI. We're creating jobs and livelihoods for everybody. So again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumusuporta at excited kami na ibalita sa inyo kung ano pa ang pwedeng ibigay ng The House of Collab, not just only for the viewers, the staff, the content creators, not just locally, but internationally.
Global.
Yes.
Exciting.
Abangan nyo next week, baka meron ditong tumatakbo na content creator na habang nakatayo lang. Diba? Sino kaya?
Wait lang. Nanalo ba sa boxing to?
Parang nasa Candelaria, Quezon yata ngayon. So antayin lang natin. Guys, The House of Collab, kung akala nyo we're limited, no, we're limitless.
Yes.
So sorry kung medyo gloating kami ngayon. Excited lang kami sa lahat ng mga plans. But then again, this is the guest list. My name is JV Advincula.
Ryan Tanyada.
John Herrera.
We'll see you guys soon on our next episode. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.